I really need someone to help me understand like the biggest mindfuck about online dating apps, whatever. I've been on them on and off for a couple of years. Like I'll, delete my accounts when I'm like serious about someone, yada yada, go back on and off like 4 or 5 times at least in the last few years. Every time I make a new account or I go back on, people who I have dated or even matched with previously or spoken to will try to match with me again and usually like send me some little message. And it's like, you have my phone number. You have my phone number or my Instagram or whatever. Why are you like, just shoot me a text? Like, why are you trying? It seems so juvenile to try to like match with me again on a dating app when you have all of my contact information. Like, it just is giving so emotionally unintelligent. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand the point of it. And like, if things didn't end on bad terms, which for the most part haven't, like, just shoot me a text. Like, what? Like, why are you trying to match with me? And why do people do this? I don't get it. I don't get it.
She's wondering why men rematch with her instead of texting her, like men that she's already dealt with. It's because your type of guy, right? Once again, we already know what type of guy you have to be on a dating app to even get their attention. Your type of guy, right, has other options, and then he comes back around to deal with you again, but for smashing. He's not taking it serious. See, when she's asking the question, it's under the assumption that the guy wants to take her seriously. She's assuming that he wants to take her seriously. So why is he coming back around when he can just text me? See, it's really a game. If she matches with me again, I got it like that. It's the same way how when you play games with a guy, he might go away or keep trying, and then you come back around to get more of his attention, but you're not trying to take him seriously. It's the same thing. You want attention, men want sex. It's very easy to decode. It's so simple to understand. But they must make everything about their feelings. Men aren't competing. Let's get the next one.
Biggest fucking deal breaker for me is a man that doesn't provide. Because if I'm doing everything by myself, like, I'll just be by my fucking self. And this is not like a new thing for me. Like, my first baby's dad, the only time he ever worked in his entire life is when we were together. When we were 18. This man is so grown now. Still has never had a job since then. And we broke up because he got fired. And I'm not taking care of a man. And if I'm spending time with a man, I'm not fucking taking care of myself either.
With all of this provider talk, it's funny because they'll tell on themselves. She said, my first baby's daddy or baby dad or whatever the hell she said. So assuming you have more than one. So if that guy was a bum, why does some guy need to step into your life now to provide and take care of you and your kids? You have to make sure that that's there first. This is what I'm always saying. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a provider. It's some funny joke, right? When, parents raise their kids to be grown very young, they say, oh, she's going to be a problem. When, they raise their daughters to have a taste for the finer things, oh, she's going to be a lot to handle. Shit, it's better that way. So she'll have high standards for men once she starts dealing with men. Instead of giving it away for free, wasting time with dudes, then coming out here, oh, I need a provider. No, that's not how that goes. You might as well pick a young dude that comes from a well-off family, a good family, a stand-up dude, or pick a guy who likes to work hard. Maybe a mechanic, maybe a guy who wants to go for his HVAC certification, maybe a guy who's a welder. Go for one of these guys. Stick with those guys. A guy who's into sports. You understand? Stick by him. But women like to go out here. See, this is why, as a man, you actually have an unfair advantage if you like putting in work. You understand? You have an unfair advantage. You work to get yourself up to the top. Then you pretty much pick and choose who's worthy of you. You understand? At the end, men sometimes get jealous of women because they're like, oh, they have all their value in the beginning. Well, what value? Having sex? Being desirable? But as a man gets older, he's looking for other things. And as you get older, you get better. You understand? We are not the same at all. So when they're talking about, oh, I won't deal with the guy unless he's a provider, were you looking for that the entire time? Were you? will never get the answer to that question, but their results will always answer the question. Let's get the next one.
So something that's extremely overrated is being nonchalant, being heartless, not caring about people. It's disgusting. It makes me want to puke. I hate nonchalant people, especially nonchalant men. I hate nonchalant men. Bring back the yearners. Where are the yearners? Where are the yearners? Where are they? Every single time I turn around, it's nonchalant this, nonchalant that, nonchalance this, nonchalance that. I don't give a fuck this, I don't give a fuck that. Shut up. Can't stand that shit. Because why is it suddenly a flex to not care? Bitch, you should care. Oh my god. If anything, what happened to kindness? What happened to being kind to people? What happened to, like, actually giving a fuck? Start gaffing immediately. And I don't want to hear none of this, oh, but if I give a fuck, I'm gonna get hurt. Bitch, you're hurting other people just because you're afraid. Grow up. It gets to a point, and I don't judge anybody. I'm not the type of person to ever judge, but if that's your reasoning, grow up. Get mature. Because that's no. Like, it makes you really ugly on the inside when you can't try to give a fuck about literally anybody at all in your life. Like, at all. Like, their whole aura, their whole attitude is off. It's funk. Like, it's literally nonchalant funk. It's so disgusting.
Men were never like this. When men start off, they're not like this. They're not nonchalant. They're actually nice guys. They fall for the trap of believing that when you do all of these nice things, it'll get you closer to a genuine bond and connection with the woman, right? So when she's talking about, you know, men are out here hurting those people who they're acting nonchalant with, and they're just hurting people. That's not true. That's actually false. See, men are going about their business. Men are going to reach out, right? Show interest, you know, because there's going to be mutual attraction there. They're going to show interest off of the attraction. The moment you don't want to take him up on an offer, he's just going to go away. That's it. There's no problem. The moment that you act a little bit too difficult, he's just going to go away. He's going to move out of your way so you can find somebody who actually wants to deal with that. The person that you're not too much for. It's a good thing on both sides. She's talking about you're hurting people in the process. No, that's not true. Hurt people, yes, but that's not what's going on. What's going on is the guys that you want, you can't seem to get them to care, and you're agitated, you're irritated, and you're annoyed by it. But you always have the option to go for the guys that want to be nice to you. Don't forget that part. Let's get the next one.
Guys, I'm so over dating. I'm actually over it. I've only just started again and I'm already fucking over it. I feel like I'm incapable of liking anyone again. I feel like I cannot like anyone ever again. The same conversations, the same questions asked, the bloody swipe. Oh, you don't meet anyone organically. When you do, they end up being an asshole anyway. Where do you meet people? At work? I don't want to date my co-worker again. Everyone just wants to get drunk and sleep with each other. No one wants to get married anymore. Everyone still loves their ex. Everyone's going through horrible heartbreak. Like, it's the gutters out here. We're in the trenches, girls. I genuinely give up. I give up.
She's saying she can't like anyone else anymore. Dating is so messed up and stuff. Here's what's actually going on. Men aren't competing, so she can't place men against each other in this race and pick the best one. But in the midst of picking the best one, she's getting free attention, free energy, free time. Guys are spending their resources. That's not what's happening here. You understand? That's why she's complaining. If she was getting all of that and had one in the crowd of guys that she liked, oh, she's made. She's having a fun time in dating, but she's not, because that's not happening. The more time goes on, right? A man is not going to waste his time. And when she's talking about the same conversations and stuff, guys are trying to qualify her, and she's like, who the hell are you? I'm not trying to qualify for you guys. You guys should be bowing down at my feet. That's not happening, so she's frustrated. Let's get the next one.
My biggest problem with men is that I want one that has a good job, has a good social life, works out every day, good routine, good morals, all the things. But those men don't have time for me, and I want them to have, like, unlimited time for me.
No, it's not a man problem. See, I like this clip out of all of them today because, see, what she doesn't understand is everything that is going to make that guy attractive to you, if he gives you his unlimited time and stuff, what's going to happen is you're not going to be attracted to him anymore. She wants a guy who's fit, who has a good career, a guy who has a social life, but at the same time, she wants him to revolve his life around her. If he does that, he's going to get lazy, complacent, stagnant, fat, lose friends because he's going to be up under her 24/7. And then guess what? All of a sudden, he becomes a loser. All of a sudden, he becomes clingy. He becomes needy. She needs a guy who's masculine, a go-getter. Men that have a lot going on typically are not going to be all about a woman. They're too busy dealing with life and getting to it. Now, she wants a guy that's going to spend unlimited time with her. That's not happening. What she's not realizing is that the men that she wants are not going to be out here competing, because that's what happens when you're trying to spend as much time as you can with a woman. You're competing for her attention. You don't think that her attention can solely be focused on you. You understand where I'm going with this? And women actually have more attention to put towards you when you're not always in front of her face. What is he doing? I wonder if he's thinking about me. Oh my God, I made this today. Can I come bring you some? I haven't seen you in a while. Hoping everything's okay. You're not getting any of that when you're in front of her constantly. And men know the drill. Men know the game. The jig is up.